How would you recommend somebody evaluate an attorney to hire to handle the bankruptcy? And also, what can I do as a client of yours to make the process easier for you? How do we communicate? What's the best way to approach that?
You know, communication's the key, and really it is. Who are you going to communicate with? Who do you feel good with? Like we were talking about earlier, you have the emotional guilt, the shame, you know, and is it a person you can relate with? You know, somebody that you're going to get along with. There's the referral list from Tar Martino. That's a great place to look. There's the National Association of Consumer Bankruptcy Attorneys. That's another good referral list. And a lot of it is just, you know, sit down, have a meeting with the attorney and see if you have that good relationship. Is this somebody I can work with? Do they make me feel good about what I'm doing? There are some attorneys out there, believe it or not, who kind of beat up the people that come in and make it sound like their fault. That's not my take. What I want to do is get them in a better spot financially and get them in a better position in life. So I'm not one that's going to shame you or make you feel bad because you got yourself in the situation. What I want to do is figure out what's the best solution for you so we can get you in a better financial situation.
Kevin, how expensive is it for me to declare bankruptcy?
Depends on the case. Chapter 13s cost about $3,000, but a lot of that money gets paid in the plan. So during that 3 to 5 year period, you're paying throughout the plan, and usually up front you need about $600 to $800. Depends on how much work goes into the case. In a Chapter 7, they range anywhere from $950 up to $2,000. What I do at my firm is I take a $100 deposit so we can get started on it. That way they have the attorney-client relationship. They can call me with any questions, email me, you know, get answers to what's going on, help them through the process. And I take payments after that up until when they get paid. The prices really depend on the complexity of the case. And what I do is at my first meeting, go through it, assess it, and I quote my clients a flat rate. And for that flat rate, I get them through the bankruptcy from beginning to end.
Kevin, when I contact your firm, who do I deal with there? Who am I talking to in the initial part of the process and all the way through?
We do free initial screenings, and at that point you'll either talk to me or my associate. So when you call my firm, whether you should set up a meeting, you actually will speak with an attorney. And then during the first meeting, which is the consultation to figure out, you know, whether you're a Chapter 7, a Chapter 13 candidate, you will meet with an attorney. There are other firms out there that you will meet only with a paralegal, and the only time you see the attorney is when you go to the trustee meeting. That's one thing that sets my firm apart from others, is that you do work with the attorneys, because we're the ones that got to make decisions about your case and how to get you in there. And to turn over to a paralegal, I think it's risky with it. So that's why we really pride ourselves on that. You do have attorney contact when you work with our firm, and then one of the attorneys will be there at the trustee meeting with you as well.
One last question in this area. Obviously, by the time I've come to talk to you, I may be getting a lot of pressure from creditors, a lot of phone calls, a lot of nasty mail coming to me. When does that stop?
Once you retain me, that's why I do the $100 retainer, because $100 is affordable for an attorney. And when you get the $100, once you retain with the $100, you have an attorney-client relationship. And under Colorado law and federal law, once you've hired an attorney to handle the debt, the creditor can no longer contact you about collecting the debt. And that stops the phone calls. And then at my office, we have what we call a referral number. So once you retain us, we give you that phone number, and you can tell the creditor when they call up, you can say, look, I've hired Kevin Heupel, he's going to handle this debt for me, and you need to call him at this telephone number. And if the creditor doesn't comply with that, then we will pursue it with the creditor to get them to stop harassing our clients during the time that they are getting ready to file the bankruptcy. And that's a huge relief for people, because those creditors can just get in your face, they're nasty, and they really try to beat them down. But that's their goal, because what they find is that if they can get you emotionally upset, you will make a decision to start paying them. And that's not in your best interest, it's in theirs. And that's why we really try to get those phone calls nipped early and get our clients in a better place.
What a great thing that stops so quickly.
It is. They like that. I mean, that's the best thing. I think that gives them the greatest sense of relief, is one, they know the calls are going to stop, and then two, they got somebody on their side now who's going to get them out of it.